Station Banter with Tony Smith. Riser.
Riser. Welcome back to the studio, friends. And we're joined in the studio today with a very special guest. It's warm in here, isn't it?
Very warm.
On that note,
Very
friends,
warm.
you know what's going to happen. There it is. And there it goes. Look at that there, look. Brilliant.
Good
like
shot.
a UFO.
Good shot.
Excellent shot, isn't it?
Good shot, yeah.
We're joined in the studio with a good friend of mine, Raymond McEvoy. Raymond,
Tony,
pleasure to have you in the studio.
great to be here.
Absolute pleasure. And I was talking to a good friend of ours on the way over the studio, Art Quinn.
Arthur Quinn.
Art says, give Remy a big
Legend.
razor. Give him a razor, he says.
Legend. Razor, Art Razor.
So there you go. Remy, great to see you.
Good to see you, Tony.
How's things with you?
Not too bad, Tony. I'm on my holidays from today, actually.
Oh, you're in the holidays?
Yeah.
And you were doing a bit of singing yesterday?
We were singing the Backbone Blues Band. We were in Cobbles yesterday.
Brilliant.
They started doing a Sunday afternoon and late afternoon blues thing. Been running for a couple of months now. And I was in there, and then the Nukes were on.
Right.
10 o'clock. So I stayed for part of that.
Yeah.
Nukes are a fantastic band.
'Cause
Absolutely brilliant.
The Nukes, we'll tell you, the Backbone Blues, I have to say, friends, check this man out on YouTube or anything. The Backbone Blues Band.
Don't
The man's-
actually.
The man's actually a legend, and I mean that. And any of our viewers all around the world, this man is a very special, really, really special. Puts on a brilliant gig. You have a fantastic voice. You're a one-off. And it's always great to see you. You're the heart and souls in the music, Remy, you know.
We enjoy
that's-
it. We enjoy it, Tony. Yeah, I do enjoy it. I mean, we've been at it for a long, long time now. I suppose we'd ought to be good at this stage, wouldn't we?
Really?
I mean, 35 years or so. Like,
Yeah.
it's a long time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, I thought that was your age, you know.
I'm 36.
20,
No,
20 quid.
20 quid, yeah. If only.
No, seriously.
But no, listen, no, in fairness, yeah. But, you know, look, we love the music, really enjoy it. And still playing away. And, you know, thank God for it. We're able to do it.
Big time.
And,
big time.
but look, you know, Newry town, Newry and surrounding district, full of great musicians. And the Nukes were there last night on stage. Fantastic band.
Razor for the Nukes.
Razor for the Nukes. And just doing really good stuff. You know, they've a very kind of a fairly original sound. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they're doing that kind of stuff like that. You know, that Seeger sessions, the Springsteen stuff.
Brilliant.
A lot of stuff like that. But doing their own versions of songs, you know.
Oh, that's good.
And really good. But look, other bands are still there. Cole Porter's still doing stuff. Bernie's still doing his stuff. You know, it's Ian Sands. Credit to him.
Ian Sands, Razor.
Razor for you, Ian, yeah. Because he's kind of behind this thing in the Cobbles. I think, you know, the Cobbles have maybe asked him to sort of to drive the thing, to organise stuff. So he's been doing that. He's been using local bands as well. Alison McGrath, of course, you know, Alison
great.
Dermot, Gareth,
Dermot,
Chard. And he's bringing in people from outside the town as well. Ronnie Greer, of course, and so on. So the Cobbles is good. There's a good atmosphere, but it's a nice, lovely place.
Yeah.
And of course, Murray Tres is doing things over in the
And the
Brass
Brass.
Monkey as
Big
well.
shout out to Murray and the Brass.
Yeah, Razor for Murray Tres.
Razor.
Yeah. And that mini festival, as I think they call it, the blues thing was on.
The very first blues festival, Newry's first blues
Yeah,
festival.
it was
great.
It was a mini one.
Yeah.
It involved three venues or whatever. And we did the Sunday night in the Brass Monkey, and it was a great gig. It was really, really enjoyable. So look, I think things are beginning to happen again in Newry. I think things are taking off. You know, musically.
It's about time, Remy. We were without music for a while there. Well, everything seemed to slow down, you know. We'll have the Indo. There was a good blues session on the Indo every Friday night. It was successful, wasn't it?
Relatively speaking, yeah.
Yeah.
It ran for about a year. It worked out that we couldn't sort of cut it financially. You know, it was costing us kind of too much money. Tony, we had to kind of pull it in the end. But while it lasted, it was great.
It was great.
Had it for about 12 months. But look, you know, things can happen again. We'll look at that maybe again. The committee, you know, I'm the chairman of the independent club, so we're always looking at ways of, you know, providing good entertainment for people.
Yeah.
As I said, that ran for 12 months, and then it come to an end because it was costing us maybe a wee bit too much money.
Yeah.
But we'll look at it again and see if we can resurrect that.
But
in the
it
future.
was good.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
You were drawing a crowd on a Friday night.
Yeah, it was kind of different. What happened was, Tony, we're trying to fill a void that was created by the end of the blues session. And you remember in Warrenpoint and that Shenanigans? Yeah. It's called Lock and Key now, I think. And they had an early evening Friday blues thing, and they stopped that. So we sort of said, well, maybe we'll give it a shot. But as I said, it ran for that period of time. It kind of came to an end, but we'll look at it again, see if we can really restart that, you know.
So Raymond, you've been, sorry for butting in there, you've been actively singing for 35 years with bands and...
Well, since 1980 we started that first band, Stone Free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our first gig was in the Dardanelles, if you remember that in Water
Oh,
Street.
do indeed.
Yeah, Kenny Watt, Lord of mercy on him, Kenny was at least in that place at that stage, and Kenny gave us our first turn, and played there, and then Barry Hughes was on drums, then Bernie was on guitar, Gareth was guitar, Richie's playing bass himself, and then it kind of changed then. Card came in on drums, Jerry Cosgrove came in on guitar for a while, and then we went to change the name to the Backbone Blues Band, and that was about 1982, so it's been the Backbone Blues Band since then. And then we come in, of course, Gareth, Gareth, I suppose the four guys, the mainstay of the band, myself, Carl, Richie and Gareth. Bernie's come in and out, other people, joined in, Stevie Clark playing saxophone, various people on keyboards and all. Like the World and his uncles played with us,
Indeed. Sometimes it was a big band.
Sometimes a big band, but I suppose that there's the four permanent members, if you like. The Fab Four would be Carl, myself, Gareth and Richie.
Yeah.
And people come in and it's enjoyable, and we've made great friends out of it, and which is probably the most important thing.
You've never had a bad gig.
We've struggled a few times.
But you've never had a. It's always a good vibe when you guys get on stage.
Good vibe, yeah.
You are all positive, and as you say, the four main players. When this man gets up on the stage, you kind of put. The boys are always like looking at each other and tuning up and all. But when you come up, you start the ball rolling. I have to say, you're a great front man, really.
Well, thanks very much.
You really are. You're a star at what you do.
I enjoy it, and as I say, the music's great, but it's making friends with people and sustaining those friendships over the years. We've got to know lots and lots of people, and there's just good camaraderie in the music scene. There's good people about it, and it's great. And we'll do it, and we'll always do a bit for charity, and we'll try and give something back. But yeah, it's been good. Long may it last.
Yeah, long may it last. Tell me this: where was the furthest gig that you had with the Backbone?
Well, we've played in every county in Ireland, so I don't know where. Well, I don't know if we've played outside Ireland, but we've played in every county in Ireland. And we used to travel to the gigs then. Like you're talking about maybe say 1980, 81 or 82 or whatever, travelling to say Limerick or somewhere. And the roads then, Tony, it was a camel track, So we say we've played everywhere. So we've played from Donegal to Kerry, from Cork to Antrim, whatever.
That's right, yeah.
So we've been around, and we don't do as much travelling now. Yeah. It's not for a variety of reasons. People are settled down and have children and grandchildren and all sorts of stuff. So don't do as much travelling. So we kind of play local, and we're happy enough to do that. We'll go to Belfast, Armagh, or Dundalk, but nothing too far. Nothing too arduous. Nothing too arduous.
Not the Cork and back, or although you do Cork now in 3.5 4 hours.
Yeah, it would depend, but we don't. I mean, we haven't got a van on the road or anything anymore. So we're content to do the gigs, and we don't want to do too many, but we're happy with what we get.
You're just happy, you've chilled out.
We've chilled out a bit. Yeah,
the band is chilled. Finally chilled out.
Finally.
It took them 35 years for the band to chill out.
Yeah.
Something like that, Raymond.
No, we just do what comes our way, and it's great.
Yeah. Favourite gigs would be where, Remy, the Blues and the Point, the Blues Festival.
I have to say the Blues Festival, that Warren Point Blues Festival, Blues in the Bay, is just top drawer. It is top drawer festival. And again, Ian Sands. Again, Razor for you, Ian, again.
Big, he's a fantastic guy.
Good lad, yeah. So the gig that we do on the Saturday afternoon, we've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years, Saturday afternoon upstairs in St Peter's Club, is a brilliant gig. I just love it. It's small, intimate,
personal,
just brilliant. I love it. We normally do this the Sunday as well in that festival, the front bar in Balmoral. Great gig as well, Tony, but gets very packed.
Very quick.
Very quickly. Yeah, it gets very packed. We really enjoy that, but I have to say there's something special about St Peter's,
Yeah.
And good guys down there. The old Gaelic club, Morris Moore and Emmett McEvoy, and we're always treated well, So it's great.
Great. It's a close knit club too, isn't it?
It's a close knit club. Yeah. And well, it's the GAA. The GAA prides itself on things being close knit. So, but it's great. It's a great gig. But that festival's brilliant.
That is.
Just that, you know, in fairness, like, there's nothing to compare with, really. You know,
there is nothing, and you know, I know they're starting the Blues in Newry, but it's going to take a long, long time before it gets anywhere near the Warren Point Blues in the Bay.
Well, I think what maybe Ian's idea. Well, I'm speaking for Ian here. I'm thinking that maybe the idea around that was just to run that mini festival, as they call it, see how that goes, and then try and build on that. So we'll see what happens.
On the posters it said first annual, so that was the first.
Oh, right.
The first annual.
Did it say that?
Oh, that's what it said, yeah.
Razor for the first annual then.
Razor for the first annual, Ian. So, and I met Ian out the front there one day, and we done an old selfie and all for a bit of banter, you know. But
is he coming in this? You should get him in for the crack.
I'm down to get him in, and I've asked him. But you know what he's like? The man's on a mission. He's very busy.
He's busy at his work, his day job as well.
Yeah.
Very busy. So but get him in, Richie. Good lad, and he's
funny. I had the son in James.
James, yeah.
What a player.
James, a great guitar player. Yeah.
Fabulous guitar player. A real good lad. All around,
and a nice kid as well.
Yeah. And
well grounded.
Well grounded. You know, and what a good family. They're all a good family.
Yeah.
You know, the music is their life, isn't it?
It is all right.
You know, a bit like yourself. Really.
Well.
Music was our life growing up, wasn't it? Back in the day,
it was a major part of it.
There was nothing much else, was there?
No, I mean I was big into sport as well. You wouldn't know to look at me now, but sport's a big thing for me as well. And I mean I like current affairs and all that sort of stuff too. So you know, but music was a big player for me. You know, and since then we started the band. It was a strange thing how the band actually started with Barry Hughes on drums and Barry Crawford. You know Barry from.
The Dublin Road.
Glen Hill originally. And Barry Crawford and Bernie and Gareth and Richie started at the Abbey. And then Barry Crawford kind of dropped out of it for some reason. Barry Hughes came in on drums, and they were having their first practice. And so we're saying, who's going to sing, you know? So even though Richie and Gareth and Bernie can all sing, they said, I'm not singing, nobody wanted to sing. And they said, who are we going to get to sing? So Richie said, Raymond's not a bad singer. I said, hey, he's not bad. So they sent down for me, and I just went up, and that's how it started, really.
And you had no qualms about it, Remy?
No, not really. And I wasn't kind of into kind of singing. I wasn't kind of known for singing, I suppose. You know, I was 19 or 20 then. So.
No, but you had no fear in you. You had no stage fright or nothing like that.
No, not really, no. But sort of said, I'll give it a whirl, like. And went up, sang, and then that's what it started. And then the gig came in the Dardanelles, and so on, and it just kind of went from there, you know. The band was started. We did our first practice, I think, on the 20th of June, 1980. So whatever length of time that is, 34 years ago. and unfortunately, I mean, I remember that because it was a very short time after Gareth's father died, very suddenly, John. And I remember Gareth. It was kind of a way of getting kind of him just sort of taking his mind off things and stuff. And so that kind of drove that in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
After John's sudden death, Gareth was kind of, you know, obviously grieving and stuff. So got that whole band together, bit of practice and stuff, and took his mind to things. So it's been running since that, Tony.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a long time.
You wouldn't think it, like, would you?
A long time, but it's great. It's great. There's great memories, great stories, and as I said, great friendships. You know, yeah.
You could write maybe 3 or 4 books about your about your time in the Backbone Blues.
Yeah, I'll have to get you to censor some of it. But I mean,
we'll do that.
I mean,
we can't do it in the Banter show, friends. That's a no-no. You know yourself.
No, and there's not a lot that would need censored now, but it's been a great journey, you know. Journey.
That's a good one. It has been a journey, hasn't it? A musical journey.
It is, yeah.
And the amount of players that have played with you, established big names as well, have got up and gigged with you. Yeah,
but some of them. I mean, last Sunday, yesterday, week ago, we were in the Monkey doing that one, and we had Stevie Clark plays tenor saxophone.
Stevie, yeah,
most of the time. But Peter Benson was on keyboards.
Yeah,
from Cole Porter, and he's a fabulous player. Like,
he is.
I just love the sound. He's the old Hammond organ sound. I just love that sound.
Oh, I love the Hammond.
I love the Hammond organ sound. You know, and Charlie Mulholland plays with us as well. You know, Charlie played. We did a gig in Belfast Blues Festival at the end of June. Charlie wasn't down for that, you know. So there's people come in and out all the time. But as I say, there's the kind of 4 permanent security members, if you like. Right?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest bands in the world.
There's the Fab 4 kind of permanent members, and then the rest sort of come and filter in and out. But it's good. It's great.
I mean, I've seen you gigging on the Point, and there must have been about 12 up on the stage.
12.
Yeah,
that's good fun, but it can get it can get a bit messy sometimes.
A bit messy.
If you have too many things going on,
it's grungy sound.
You kind of lose it a wee bit.
You lose the sound. But I have to say, your voice just peaks over the top of them all the time.
Well,
you have a great voice, just lovely and clear, crisp, and you know you're a one-up, because when this man's singing, friends, you know it's Raymond McEvoy. Even if you're coming up to a pub or a bar or whatever, and you can hear this man singing, you know who it is straight away. And you've got your own supporters, Remy. I don't know whether you know that or not, but you really have. You know what I mean? You've a lot of mainstays, the likes of Peaky Cunningham and Mart Quinn, and
I know the boys.
You know all the boys would, you know.
No, I know that. I would do. In fairness, we do have people who come along to see us, and we have a lot of local support. So it's great that, you know, like last Sunday and yesterday in the Cobbles and the previous Sunday in the Brassbuck, we had a lot of people who came just to see the band. And that's good that we're still able to attract people to come and see us, enjoy the music.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
After so many years, you know.
That's what I'm saying. You know, these are established, are long established, but I'm telling you, friends, if you've ever seen the Backbone Blues Band, you'd know they're all top class, top drawer players, and that's the way it rolls, really, isn't it? I mean, the boys are all top drawer. What they do, every single one of them.
They're good players.
Your fella's great bass man too. You know?
Brilliant. Yeah. Gareth, Davy Clark, Peter, Bernie when it comes, you know, all that.
Carr's a great lad too.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, but and Carr was on holidays yesterday. Tommy Matthews played drums with us yesterday.
No way.
Yeah, Tommy.
Another great man too.
Just give the phone call, you know.
That's it. Yeah.
It's good. Like, it's great that people can come in and out, but.
And I've been on tour with you know, the likes of some of the boys in the band. You know, Carl was with us, and John Earl and Bernie.
John Earl, yeah.
We've done a tour of the West of Ireland. You know. And it was some crack,
brilliant.
you know what I mean?
John Earl was something else, wasn't he?
He was the Irish, he was unbelievable.
Fantastic.
And me and him got very friendly, you know, over the years.
Yeah.
And he'd confide in me, and then I would have to show him where his room is, and then look after him and all this carry on. But me and him would
his
great
health
fun.
wasn't great, like, for a number of years before he passed away.
It wasn't, but I have to say, I mean, what a legend of a guy.
Brilliant.
He was in the Fever Hospital, in a hospital in the middle of Ireland. And Thin as Lizzie, the boys out of it, they used to go out and sign him out.
Sign him out.
Sign him out of the Fever Hospital. The man had TB. Away, do a gig, and then drop him back maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, back to the hospital.
But sure, whenever Bernie and the boys were doing that gig in the Q Club on a Monday night,
Club.
Worry and Development. I mean, Jesus. I mean, and the night John Earl came up. Like,
sure, he was staying in my house.
Brilliant.
He was staying in my house. We're only back from tour of Sligo in the West, and then I think we were home the Saturday night. And sure, he stayed in my house, and then Sunday, and got the dinner, and then I had him in McCoy's bar, and
something else to see him, like the legend, like off that Live and Dangerous, you know that.
And his heart and soul, his soul was in the music, you know.
Yeah.
And his babies, as he called them, the saxophones. You know.
But I mean, that Dance in the Moonlight and that sax solo in it is iconic, isn't it? Like,
it's iconic.
It's absolutely iconic. It's brilliant.
I mean, it's very live, isn't it? It's very live.
Very live.
It never dies.
No,
you know?
no.
And I'm glad to say I was good friends with John. You know? It was a pleasure to be friends with such a man. Like, you know? And he played with all the big bands, the Rolling Stones. He played with them
all the session stuff. And before he's on one of Rory Gallagher's kind of last albums.
That's right.
Fresh Evidence, I think it is, or something, one of those, with 1990 or 91.
That's
and
he
played saxophone in it as well, you know. Rory gone as well. Another
Rory
one. Leonard gone. Gary Moore gone.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
The road is very unforgiving, Tony.
It's unforgiving.
The road is unforgiving.
It is, but I'll tell you what, it was a good road while the boys were on it.
Yeah, but when you think all those lads, you know, deceased well before their time, like, you know.
I know, like Philo, he was only 36, you know.
Yeah, 36. Rory 47. Gary Moore, even Gary Moore 58. But I mean, he should have lived for another 25 years.
At least.
So it's but it's a hard road, like.
It's a hard road, but the music never dies. That music, it'll be there forever.
Yeah, that's right.
So that, you know, in a sense, they have passed on, but they've left a lasting legacy, Remy. You know. Yeah. Well, a bit like yourselves, you guys are just the legacy that these guys have.
I hope I'm not going to pass away soon.
What doing this? Well, not in the Banter show. You
know, the next half an hour.
Well, if you do, we're going to have to wheel you outside, Remy. You know what I mean? Get another guest in. There's a woman looking in already. Look. No, but seriously, a long road, as you say, and you know what I mean. But it was great to be part of all them legends. You know what I mean? I've seen
just to see them, like.
I've seen Lizzie and Thin Lizzie playing Dundalk. It's 1979.
Yeah.
I was only a teenager, and blew the socks off me when I seen them, you know.
I didn't see Lizzie live until I think 1981. I saw him in the Whitla Hall in Belfast, and
wow.
I think John Sykes was playing guitar then, and there was a man Darren was singing on keyboards.
Yeah.
But I saw Lynott playing. Actually, the following year, '82, on a charity gig for Hot Press in 1982 at Punchestown Racecourse. Right, Hot Press were going to go to the wall financially, so people got together and did a fun, you know, a fundraiser for them in Punchestown Racecourse. July 1982, and Rory Gallagher was on it. Paul Brady was there. Phil Lynott was there, and at one stage, Lynott played bass and got Rory on guitar, and Paul Brady was singing, playing an Ovation guitar, acoustic guitar. Brilliant. With a great photograph of Lynott and Rory down. You know, the two of them.
John was getting it on.
Just brilliant. Just two of the gods, you know.
Two of the gods,
two of the gods.
Serious
Just
like.
brilliant. Like,
and it's strange because I met Scott Gorham every year at the there's a Vibe in Dublin.
Yeah, Vibe
to
for
remember
fellow.
Vibe for fellow.
Yeah.
4th of January every year, and I met Scott at the 10th anniversary, and he was on his own, and he invited me in for a drink, put it like that.
Yeah.
So I went in, and of course he cracked out a bottle of tequila. And I went in for one. Yeah, I ended up one bottle each. You know how to crack yourself. But an amazing time with him. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think I met him then in Dublin one time. At the end, they were unveiling the statue.
Aye.
Down outside Brussels.
Yeah.
Bar.
Harry Street.
Harry Street. That's the one.
Yeah.
And who's coming up the street? Scott Gorham.
Yeah.
And Johnny the Fox and all the boys are there.
Yeah.
And Johnny, look who's coming, you know, and they were all standoffish, but I give him a big razor, you know.
Did he know that? Did he know the razor?
Straight away. So, you know, there was a lot of people kind of coming over them, and you was saying this and saying. I said, "Do you fancy a pint?" He says, "That's the best thing I heard all day." I said, "Let's go." So in we went, and of course we're back on the drink one, and brilliant crack, you know.
Well, he's a regular guy, isn't he? He's a really nice guy. I've seen him on I've never met him, but I've seen him interviewed on television, some of those Sky Arts things about Lizzie's and stuff, and he's a very down to earth man.
Extremely, he's really down to earth. A clever man. You know? He's been through the mill, you know, maybe 2 or 3 mills.
Self-inflicted most.
Self-inflicted, but he survived it.
He did.
And
he talks about that actually.
Yeah.
You know.
He's not afraid of.
In all seriousness, he does talk about that. And he says, like, you know, enjoyed it and stuff, but you know, they lived the hard. Hard living. Hard living. They worked hard and they played hard. You know. You know, and some people don't survive that. That's the problem, you know.
And he's still going. And now he's in a new band, the Black Star Riders.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that actually. You know, yeah.
But as I say, he's just like me and you to talk to. You know, he'll talk about music, of course. And you get lost in it, and you know, what me and him were talking about John Earl and all. You know, but it's funny, you know, when I met him the first time and went out and had a drink with him, I had black hair. Like. And then the second time I met him...
It was black hair. Well, it's here.
Right. It's dyed black, the state of it. This is the last remaining black hair, really. But as I say, you know, and then I introduced him to Johnny the Fox and all the boys, and they were all delighted. You know, one of their heroes, you know. And they say in certain cases, you know, you should never meet your heroes in case you'd be bitterly disappointed. Yeah. But in this case, no. We met him and come in and sit down and have a drink, and what's this? He says, "Come in, sit down, and give me a bit of your crack," you know. And that was it, basically, you know. Yeah. But there's no big ways with him. There's no ifs and buts with him. He's just one of the lads. One of the lads, Raymond. That's what he is, you know. But so what's happening now with the Backbone Blues?
Well, what are we doing? Well, just a couple of gigs. I think we're doing the Monkey at the end of the month, Brass Monkey, end of August, doing a gig there.
And you will be doing the cobbles again.
I hope so. Yeah, hope so. It seemed to go down well yesterday. And that's the second one we've done that Sunday afternoon thing. And
it's a great bar, that cobbles, isn't it?
It's a good bar. It's a lovely bar
for music and that. It is, you know.
Yeah, and the Brass Monkey is as well.
Oh, the Brass is great. You know, Mary Trez.
Yeah, Mary Trez. Yeah, doing a good job.
She really is.
Look, there's plenty of room for everybody.
There is.
Newry's a big enough place to have cobbles, Brass Monkey, Bellini's, wherever, all going. And all providing music.
Well, allegedly it's a city, you know.
Oh, is it right? Yeah. I never referred to it as a city, funny enough.
No, I still call it the old town.
It's a town, like, you know. But anyway, people want to call it a city, that's all right too. But it's as I say, it's big enough, Tony, for us all to have a bit of crack and a bit of music in 3 or 4 venues, you know.
Yeah.
So long may it continue. But I think there's a bit of a. I think it's on the turn a bit, you know, the economy and stuff like that. I know
it seems to be, doesn't it? Because it was
very, very low for about 6 years there.
But very dead,
I was talking to a couple of fellas there over the weekend. They're telling me, tradesmen, like, they were saying that there's a bit of a lift, like, in terms of jobs are getting done, bricking and plastering and painting and decorating and stuff. So a bit of a sign that things are starting to come back a bit.
It's giving it the razor.
Giving it the razor.
Lift
it up, yeah. So hopefully. And when that happens, then the music gets more plentiful. So that's the hope.
Now, can I ask you, Remy, you're chairman of the Independent Club in Newry.
I am chairman of the Independent Club in Newry, yeah.
How's the Indo going then?
It's going okay, Tony, yeah, it's going all right.
Big charity venue coming up, haven't you?
Charity on Saturday the 16th. It's kind of an outdoor sort of family day. It's for a couple of local charities, Autism Mums Newry and Alzheimer's Newry. So we're having, a bit of food, music, bouncy castle, and a bit of fun, hopefully weather permitting, of course.
You'll be on the bouncy castle, will you?
I'll not be in the bouncy castle. The children are probably bouncing off me. But, well, we're doing it for the two charities. I have to say that now, both charities are very, very deserving.
They are indeed. I had the Autism Mums in a while back. And they're
very.
I can tell you one thing: they're in education.
They're certainly a group with a lot of drive. Anyway, I tell you that because it's been brilliant. But the club's going well, Tony. We're doing that. As I say, that's Saturday the 16th of August. This Saturday coming, and we're doing okay. You know, like all clubs, we're challenged financially all the time. We're trying to keep things going and trying to keep our head above water. But we're managing to do that. We're very, very good committee. It's myself, I'm the chair, and then Russell Smith, your good cousin, and Coleman, they're on the committee with me. Russell's vice chair.
Razor, Russie and Coley.
Yeah, and we'll have Desi Taggart's on the committee.
Is Desi on it too?
Desi's on the committee. Brenton Jr. Brenton's on the committee. Jarlath Gray's on the committee. Sumpta Highland's going to Sumpta does Trojan work for the club. As does her husband Bill, though Bill's not in the committee now. And Margaret Sands is our secretary. So we're a reasonably well functioning committee, I have to say. But I've been chair since the club reopened in 2011, and prior to that, though, you know, with the work that was done by, say, your Uncle Paddy Smith, James Martin, John Duffy, I mean, they paved the way for us to come in after the club reopened and carry the task on, as it were, of kind of running that club. We've got a good manager in now, John O'Flaherty, and good part-time staff as well. So
Big John's class.
Yeah, great lad.
No more Malaysia.
So we're good. So we're hoping it's going to have a good day next Saturday, the 16th, and that the weather will be kind to us.
And you're closing the street off, I believe, is it?
So just for a few hours. Yeah. From about 1 maybe. I think it's 1 to 6 or something like that. So
Sammy McEvoy will not be happy with that, will he?
Sammy is happy with it. He's been fully canvassed. Not politically.
Yeah. Well,
their opinions have been canvassed, and there's no objections. So I think we're all right. We're good to go. We're good to go, as they say.
We're good to go. Well, there you go. Well, I have to say, Remy, I'm after getting that sign there, and that usually means.
What does that mean?
That means it's time out.
T for Texas.
T for Texas. Time out.
And T for Tennessee.
T for Tennessee. You've only heard it here live in the Banter show. Remy, if anybody you want to give a shout out to.
All my family, my wife Rosemary, my children, Aisling, Kieran, Rory, Rachel, my grandson Dara, my mother Alice, my brother Richie, his wife Fiona, all the children, Turlock and Oisin and Faker and Senan and Finn and Alana. And as I say, anybody else who knows me.
And anybody else who knows him.
And all my friends and all my enemies, wherever they are.
They're out there waiting on us. And I have to shout out to Matthew T. Metzler, Big Philip J. Howard, Joseph V. Sultana, all my friends, Tom Begley, Oliver Brecht. Let me see, the list, I can't remember you all, folks, but listen, everybody on Twitter and Facebook and all across social media, a big razor to all my friends out there. And Remy,
razor.
Can you give it 2 on the right, 1 on the left?
2, razor.
That's it. From me and Remy, friends, we're out of here. Razor.
Destination Banter with Tony Smith. Riser.